Bay Area football fans, get ready. Today's story could shake up the 49ers offseason in the best way imaginable. With so much talent already in Santa Clara, and major contracts handed out to stars like Brock Purdy, Fred Warner, and George Kittle, you'd think the 49ers might coast into 2025 with confidence. But NFL front offices know, rest is the enemy of the contender. Now, with one of the largest salary cap cushions in the entire league, and a glaring gap at wide receiver, the question arises, why not make a move for top free agent Amari Cooper? Tonight, we're diving into the reasons why San Francisco should, and could, pounce on one of the market's most intriguing veterans. The 49ers' cap space and roster situation. Let's start with the numbers. According to overthecap.com, the 49ers currently boast the third largest salary cap space in the NFL. This new financial flexibility follows an aggressive offseason where they locked in their key pillars, quarterback Brock Purdy, linebacker Fred Warner, and tight end George Kittle. Those moves shore up the team's core for years, but when it comes to skill positions, San Francisco has both depth and question marks. Their main target, Brandon Ayuk, is coming off a devastating knee injury that tore 3 ligaments just under a year ago. Will he return to form? Perhaps, but expecting him at full strength before 2026 would be optimistic. Demarcus Robinson offers an explosive alternative, but a possible suspension at the start of the season casts uncertainty over his availability. That leaves Jauan Jennings, last season's unexpected leader, as the only truly reliable wideout. But Jennings is known more for his physicality than for creating separation. Why Amari Cooper? Experience, talent, and fit, so why Amari Cooper? Let's lay it out. He's an established name, a technician at running routes, and a player still remarkably productive even as he approaches his 31st birthday. Though it's hard to believe, Cooper has already logged a decade in the league, and he's used every year to add polish and experience. 5 Pro Bowl selections speak to his consistency and his ability to elevate any passing attack. Last season, Cooper's overall numbers were down, but context matters. Much of his dip in production was attributed to injury setbacks and quarterback uncertainty, not a sudden drop-off in skills. What really stood out, especially after his late-season trade from the Browns to the Bills, was an uptick in both his usage and catch percentage. According to Mo Moton of Bleacher Report, Cooper's catch rate leapt from 45.3% in Cleveland up to 62.5% in Buffalo, a dramatic improvement that mirrors his history of thriving with dependable quarterback play. Cooper's skill set, what he still brings to the table, even in a down season. Amari Cooper demonstrated why he remains so valuable. Elite route running. Cooper has long been recognized as one of the game's best route runners, a technician who creates separation even against premier corners. Strong hands and ball tracking. He consistently hauls in tough catches, especially along the sideline and on third downs where games are won or lost. Veteran IQ. After 10 years in the trenches, Cooper reads defenses like a coordinator and finds soft spots in any coverage. Explosiveness. When healthy. Even last year, his yards after catch numbers showed he can still break games open if given space. For a San Francisco offense that thrives on precise timing, play action, and quick reads, a wide receiver with Cooper's skills would be a seamless fit. Current depth issues and the value of competition. The depth chart tells its own story. With Ayuk rehabbing, Robinson under threat of suspension, and Jennings best suited to physical possession roles, there's simply no proven separator or deep threat outside of injury concerns. Relying solely on young, unproven names in such a critical window would be a major gamble. Adding Cooper instantly raises both the baseline and the ceiling of the receiver group. But it's not about making Cooper the savior. In fact, as the 49ers gear up for a playoff run, injecting more competition into the receiver room can only elevate everyone's game. Cooper's presence would push Jennings, Ayuk, and the rest of the group to higher standards. Offer insurance in the case of further setbacks or suspensions. Allow head coach Kyle Shanahan to deploy creative sets that force mismatches against slower or less disciplined secondaries. The salary cap advantage. Why the timing is perfect. There's another reason this move makes so much sense. Very few contenders boast San Francisco's current cap flexibility. Signing Cooper on a 1-year, prove-it deal avoids mortgaging the future, gives the team a high-upside weapon, and leaves room for extensions or in-season adjustments. In a market where many teams are squeezed by dead money or ballooning contracts, the 49ers can actually afford to take smart, short-term risks. Cooper's recent injury history also fits with a one-year scenario. For him, showing he can contribute to a top-tier organization could set up another payday next offseason, whether in San Francisco or elsewhere. The wider receiver market and leadership factor, it's worth noting, Cooper remains one of the best free agents left on the market. Why hasn't he signed? Mostly, teams with the most need for a receiver either lack cap room or are in rebuilding phases. For San Francisco, the opportunity to sign a 5-time Pro Bowler who still gets open against anyone is just too good to pass up. Beyond the field, Cooper could add much-needed veteran leadership to a locker room full of stars, but also young prospects. He's played for playoff teams, handled high-pressure moments, and would serve as a steadying force as the stakes rise late in the season. Would you sign Amari Cooper? So here's the pitch. San Francisco, already a top contender, has both the resources and the need. Amari Cooper is available, experienced, and motivated. Why not bring him in on a one-year deal and let the best man win? For the 49ers, it's a move with little downside and enormous upside. If you're building toward a championship, sometimes the simplest moves, like signing a savvy veteran at the right time, are the key to getting over the hump. Now, I want to hear from you, 49ers faithful. Would you sign Amari Cooper if you were running the front office? Do you think his route running and experience could anchor another Super Bowl push? Or is it time to trust the young core? Drop your thoughts and creative suggestions in the comments. And don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed our deep dive. Your engagement helps us bring you the freshest, smartest NFL insights all year long. Thanks for tuning in, and stay with us for every update as the 49ers continue their quest for a 6th Lombardi Trophy.